Hey there guys, welcome back to Zoned.Live. My apologies for the brief pause in uploads. I've had a few technical difficulties. But I'm back now, relegated to a side system. As you know, the team here at Zoned.Live are absolutely in love with Iron Gate's Valheim. If you didn't know, click top right to see our initial review on the early access release. Recently, the developers released a roadmap for 2021 for what is planned in the game, beginning with their first update, Hearth and Home. Seeing this, of course, we were all incredibly excited about what it may entail. It also got us thinking about what tweaks and elements we here at Zoned.Live would like to see added to the game. Of course, this is just our opinions, and because we wholeheartedly trust the team at Iron Gate to deliver an excellent game, we won't be touching on any items or creatures, simply more gameplay elements and tweaks, starting with dedicated servers. Servers in Valheim are seemingly hosted by the player that creates them. It would, however, be cool to see Iron Gate themselves host a few servers, maybe tweak them a little so they can actually support more than 10 players. We say this simply because it would be cool to see a true MMO type server that people could jump into. Obviously, this would have to come with limitations like no cheats and perhaps more spawn points to accommodate more players. But we personally think, if possible, this would be a cool addition. PvP tweaks. In Valheim, you have the option to turn PvP on for yourself. However, this has an issue or two aligned with it. If I flag PvP on and someone has it off, they can attack me, but I can't fight back. This could be solved by having dynamically changing PvP. To have attacks on a PvP flagged player change the attacker to being PvP flagged as well. Failing that, dedicated PvP server choices, it's the host's choice instead of every individual player. The crafting. The crafting in Valheim is easily described as spectacular, and Iron Gate have already announced that they'll be adding further items to enhance the experience of building. We won't touch on individual items, but one thing we are most definitely hoping to see is some way to dismantle, recycle, or destroy unwanted items. While I did just say I try to avoid talking about extra items, we think a recycling system could add even more depth by using recycled items in other recipes, instead of directly giving back what you used to make said item. Also, the crafting radius. I've personally found it's way too small for many of my bases. I'm also not a fan of having to carry every single item on me. If I have placed a chest with the items needed within the radius, there should be some way for the game to detect that and directly use those. Digging and mining. The ability to tunnel instead of simply dig with the pickaxe. Honestly, the idea that you can dig with a pickaxe is one of the few immersion breaking things about the game. Makes sense for mountains, but on dirt, not so much. So I personally think this should be changed and a shovel should be added. For suitable terrain, the shovel could go straight down, much like the pickaxe does now, where the pickaxe should enable you to dig forward without making an entire trench as it does, but still keep its properties when it comes to mountain digging and smashing rocks. Equipment and key item slots. In our review for the early access game, I talked about how the game can be exploited world to world by what's in your inventory. I could log into any other world, steal whatever items I deem necessary, and then log back out and jump into my world. Not only do I think that this could be solved by having a separate and dedicated inventory for equipment, and maybe potions, let's say one slot for health, one slot for stamina, and one for status, but this also cleans up the UI a little bit. If all the items, excluding what's on your quick select, so the 1 to 8, and your equipment and potion menus is lost to each world, that would stop scoundrels like myself and Big Manasseh from stealing the materials that have been left in bases. Honestly, there are a fair few tweaks we could probably wish to be added to the game, but to avoid this video getting too long, we'll stop here with what we think is the core wishlist for Valheim's development. Yet again, we hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what gameplay tweaks you think could really improve this already excellent game in the comments below. Now, more than ever, support is greatly appreciated, so thank you very much for doing so. We look forward to hearing from you guys on our Discord servers, seeing you on our Twitch page, and feeling the love on our Patreon and via likes and subscribes here on YouTube. Links down below to all of that. I've been AMegaByte.
See ya!